and you've come out, and yes, you have a concession on cars. You have a flat tariff still of 10%. Are you disappointed with that? Is this just the start?
This was meant to be his moment. The briefing, the flashes, the Prime Minister standing firm, ready to project the image of a landmark trade accord. He appeared assured, refined, almost victorious until Beth Rigby posed one question. And within moments, the facade fractured. What followed wasn't a media showcase. It became a slow-motion political unraveling. Inquiry after inquiry. His tone faltered. His gaze betrayed alarm. The mood shifted from triumph to sheer damage control. He forced a grin. Tried to pivot, but Beth wouldn't relent. So what did she demand?
Find out.
Back in February, when you did a press conference with Donald Trump in the White House, he said, we could end up with a real trade deal where tariffs wouldn't be necessary. We'll see. Those were Donald Trump's.
Trump, the man Starmer quietly despises, showed more faith in Britain's trade strength than its own prime minister. And Beth Rigby sensed it. She didn't pose a query. She landed a punchline. His agreement, lifeless on arrival. She came armed with proof. Trump pledged zero duties. Starmer reintroduced 10% and had the
And to those voters last week in the local elections that gave you the worst ever vote share you've had in a set of elections as a Labour Party, what's your message?
Here it comes, the kill shot.
Here it comes. The final blow. This wasn't merely a question from Beth Rigby. It was a public dissection, a political autopsy aired live, with the subject exposed on the table, the spirit of the Labour Party. Cold, rigid, and unrecognizable Labour. Didn't just stumble, it expired. This wasn't a misstep. It was a collapse unfolding in real time, a nationwide verdict of no faith, etched in deep crimson across every ballot like a memorial.
Flames.
Thank you.
Well, my message to them is that we absolutely get the message that they sent last.
No, Keir, you don't. Because if you truly grasped the fury coursing through those results, you wouldn't be standing there grinning like you just cut the ribbon on a youth hall. You'd be apologizing. Sorry for betraying those who once believed in you, for peddling myths of reform while delivering 10% levies and diluted compromises. Yet his composed voice feels patronizing. His statement, an empty reflex. This isn't leadership. It's a man in delusion, wrapped in a suit that no longer suits him, crushed beneath the burden of public disillusionment. Starmer was
courage.
And in relation to this deal, yes, we would like to go further in relation to tariffs, but I think it's really important that we've been able to get this deal over the line now, because in that way we've been able to protect and save and enhance jobs right here, right now. And that reduction from 27.5% down to 10% makes a huge difference to firms like JLR and the decisions they have to make about the future.
This line is so empty it practically reverberates. It should come with a laugh track and a slow clap from a room of bewildered factory workers. Starmer looks into the lens and declares, I don't make decisions for myself, I make them for working people. Really? This is the same man who sat across from American trade negotiators, got flattened, then flew home wrapped in the Union Jack like an amateur stage actor in a bargain bin World War II drama. He didn't resist. He didn't bargain. He didn't lead. He surrendered. And now he strolls through factory floors in a Hivas vest, posing like Churchill with a clipboard, convinced the workers won't see the difference between costume and conviction. They're not getting policy. They're getting PR, photo ops and empty pledges. He insists he defends their interests, but every move, from trade to tariffs to industrial policy, proves otherwise. He doesn't make decisions for himself. No, he doesn't make any genuine decisions at all. When the pressure builds, he doesn't command. He retreats wrapped in symbols, guarded by aides, hoping the outfit of leadership disguises the absence of courage. Let's not soften it. This is Starmer confessing defeat and dressing it up in corporate spin, praying no one notices that a 10% tariff on British cars is in progress. It's not a calculated compromise. It's capitulation served with a press release and a forced grin. His prime example? Jaguar Land Rover, a British emblem already fighting to survive in a ruthless global market. JLR didn't need applause. It needed zero tariffs to compete. Instead, it got a 10%.
Pharmaceuticals is one of the most important sectors in our economy, and therefore there's nothing to get down at the moment because there isn't a tariff, but if there should be, to already have got into a position of significantly preferential.
Exactly. Name one. This is Starmer's signature move, hiding behind working people to sidestep genuine accountability. Criticize the deal, and he acts as if you've offended some imaginary factory hand he's never even met. But let's be honest. No welders celebrating a 10% levy. No steel plants toasting an influx of American imports. This isn't representation. It's fabrication. He's manufacturing consent and doing a poor job of it.
It's Starmer.
So I measure this by the reactions of those that are most affected by the tariffs, which is the workforce here, it's those in pharmaceuticals, those that are working in steel and aluminium.
When everything else collapses, say tech and hope it sounds insightful. But trade agreements aren't powered by buzzwords, they're grounded in terms, tariffs, and livelihoods. This isn't Silicon Valley. It's Sunderland. South Wales. Sheffield. Starmer's flashing a hologram while the factory floor is being flattened.
But look, there's a huge ambition here. There's a lot in the deal about tech. We are two of the leading economies on tech. There's a huge amount we can do on tech as well. So we want to go further, in those areas and on
food standards. That's the hill Keir Starmer chose to perish on after folding on car tariffs, surrendering steel leverage, and leaving entire industries to drift. He wants praise for holding firm on cucumbers. This is his defining line. Not employment. Not sovereignty. Not the tariffs that determine whether factories endure or collapse. No. His stance rests on symbolic farming regulations. That isn't leadership. It's theater politics performed, disguised as conviction. He's brandishing food standards like a shield, hoping no one sees he's yielded the real battle. Because, let's face it, protecting chickens sounds noble in a BBC soundbite. But ask the steelworker whose mill is closing. Ask the automaker to reconsider investment in Britain. Would they prefer balanced trade terms or assurance their lettuce won't touch chlorine? Chlorine that Starmer's trade vision distilled. Keep the salad spotless, let the nation decay. If your version of resolve is drawing the line at produce while surrendering on everything that sustains national strength, you're not a leader, you're a coward cloaked in salad leaves, praying no one notices the factory falling silent behind you. So tell us, if a 10% tariff is what he calls achievement, what does defeat look like under his rule? Let us know below. This is how he wields authority. How much risk comes with granting him more of it? Want continued insight like this? Like, share, and subscribe for ongoing coverage of the major changes shaping British politics. Until next time, stay tuned.